Club of Sioux Falls, right?
Yes, I heard back and they have 2 rooms available. Do you want me just to give you the,
Well, here, come on over and we'll put this officially when it's your turn.
oh,
Okay. Or, yeah, I'm kind of skipping out of order here.
okay.
Oh,
I heard back from the country club and they have kind of reorganized their whole setting, and so now she said that we have 2 options. One is the boardroom, which is permanently set up with a, big wood table with chairs all around it, and the other one is the ballroom. The boardroom is $100 and the ballroom is $200, and I think we're somewhere in the middle. I don't think that the boardroom is the feel that we want for our Christmas gathering, holiday gathering, and the boardroom is too big. So I haven't yet heard back, but I wrote and asked if there was something in between. And something, like last year, remember, it was just so nice with those little tables.
How much was that?
Well, she said she didn't give me that as an option.
But I mean, what did we pay last year?
Oh, there wasn't anything, we just paid for the
Food?
meals.
Oh.
Yeah, so now the new management, and kind of new name, new everything.
Well, they totally remodeled.
Yeah, so Lisa and I are willing to go and do some taste testing, researching, and just see what's available. So we'll report back next month.
Thank you. Film at 11.
well, officially, we're opening the meeting now. And today we have John Walker coming in to talk a little bit about some of the easier Beethoven sonatas. He said, Teresa, there are no easy sonatas. I said, well, let's put easy on there just so people don't feel intimidated. But he did do this presentation at one of our conventions, and he's just got some really nice inspirational techniques that, at least to me, they were. So I hope you'll enjoy him coming in. And I did want to say one thing before we get started here about teaching. And as some of you may know, in 2013 I almost died. I was diagnosed with a blood clot that haunted me for months, and it was a terrifying time. I was told I might not be able to work and drive, and I'm single, self-employed, so I mean it was like everything got ripped out from under my feet. And darkest time of my life, and I'm going to tell you, that changed my life. And it changed my teaching. And this year I'm saying to my students, this is the year of celebration. Too often we get caught up in, and I'm doing a little preaching here, but I'm the president, I can do it. But I mean, too often we get caught up in tomorrow. And I have many teacher friends, and thank God for the camaraderie we have with one another. But people are so caught up with the burdens of tomorrow, and we've got so many things coming at us, and kids are so caught up with so many activities, you know that. And they come to us, and God, I believe, has given me a new approach of saying, celebrate. Let's celebrate the victories we have. Let us be positive, encouraging, and make our experience with these young ones something that they want to come to. We're building their life. It's about more than music. And so I want to say to each one of you to celebrate and rejoice in what you have, and let love be your guide, because it really is at the end. And I've walked with several friends who have died in the last year since I went through my own thing. I will tell you, life is brief. And don't waste any time with that negative stuff. Embrace the positive. And you guys are all positive. And I'm so grateful to be here. I'm grateful that you're here. And I'm praying that this is going to be a fabulous year of learning and celebrating and friendship. Amen. So with that, so next in line here we have, let's have Lisa give us a little secretarial report.
The first meeting of the 2016 year for the Sioux Falls Area Music Teachers Association was held on Thursday, September 3rd at Shoppers Piano Gallery. Donna Schwartz motioned to accept the minutes from the April 2015 meeting, and it was seconded by Sue Winters. The motion passed. The treasurer's report was read by Mary Hunter. Dorothy Christopherson motioned to accept the report, which was seconded by Arlene Kruger. The motion passed. Christina Humpel talked about her piano lesson program, which was recently featured in the news. A piano lesson was filmed, the parents of the student were interviewed, and it revolved around the busy life of students active in lessons. Under new business, Teresa Staley is currently on the board for the Community Concert Series and made a plug for this year's concert lineup. Posters were made available. She also mentioned the program for next month's meeting, which will feature John Walker working with the repertoire of Beethoven. November's program will feature the festival committee playing new music from the festival list. The December meeting will be our holiday brunch. January's meeting will feature Deanna Wearspan presenting her newly commissioned piano piece. February's meeting and program will be held at Augustana University and center around the Earl Lee Piano Competition. The March meeting will feature Nancy Gross, who will moderate a discussion on issues dealt with in piano studios. Sue Winters talked about the duet recital, which will take place on Sunday, October 25th. The entry fee is $10. Christina Humpel reported that all forms for the state competitions this year can be found online. And Donna Schwartz motioned to adjourn the meeting, and it was seconded by Teresa Staley. Motion passed.
And here is our old friend Phyllis. Nice to see you.
It's nice to be back.
Good. Thank you, Lisa. And do somebody want to make a motion to accept that secretarial report?
I just have a slight correction.
Okay.
Instead of
The festival committee, it would be the festival repertoire committee.
yep.
For the professional pianist committee. Will be, okay, so a motion to accept that? Okay, good. We got Muriel, second? Second. Nancy. All in favor? Aye. Okay, great. Next, we have the treasurer report. Mrs. Mary Hunter.
Our opening balance is $5,121.67. Our income was $89.20 for membership renewals and our September fall music sale. Our expenses were none. So our closing balance is $5,210.87. And our two CDs, we have one that matures in April of next year, and then the other one matures in April of the following year. So, and they each have about $2,000 in. Or should I be specific? Kind of about
So our total assets is, the total,
well, for the CDs, it's about $4,700.
and the checking.
And checking is 51, or
Yeah, 5,000.
yeah.
Right. So we have almost $10,000 in.
I didn't total that for
Yeah.
emails. Okay, hold on, I'll do that.
Well, in other words, we have some money in the bank. $10,000. Okay.
Maybe we should all take a trip together.
I'm ready, I'll put it back.
Okay, thank you, Mary, and do we have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
I so
Nora, second. Is Darlene, all in favor? Aye, opposed? Thank you. Next, we're gonna open it up to, old business. Anybody have any old business? Then, okay, no old business, any new business? Yes, Christina.
How many of you all have a Facebook account? Yeah, okay. I created the SDMTA Facebook page, so if you could sometime get over there and like our page, I'll probably start posting more stuff soon. So it's just to get our group out into the world on Facebook. And it's for SDMTA.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and I was thinking, it would be kind of neat, you go into K&M Music and they've got those posters in the front. Wouldn't it be kind of neat to have a poster, our poster up there? You know, and saying these are the things that we offer and just something, because right now there's nothing out there if somebody wanted to know about us. Yeah, just, and maybe just even of the size of a typing paper to put up. So if somebody at some point wants to create something, that would be great. Yes.
Professional.
Yeah, well, and I think they put something up here as well. Okay, so, yes, Laura.
There's a pile over there of registrations for the duet recital. If you have one, you can add to that pile. It's on the end of the table by the refreshments.
Okay.
And are we to get our books today?
Yeah, oh, and, okay, Lisa, you wanna talk about the books? Booklets.
Booklets are here.
Well, the booklets are back there, so we thought you can pick them up on your way out.
They're in alphabetical order, and so the festival packet is in the booklet, okay?
And if you know a friend who you could pick it up for, that would be great. We just were having a conversation about the booklets, because, if you don't pick them up, we've been mailing them out, and it costs almost $100 for postage. So, we're thinking about having Gia. By the way, Gia, thank you for being such a wonderful connector to people. She's so good about those messages out. But we were thinking about maybe saying to Gia, hey, it's costing us $100, could you help us out? Lisa's willing to keep them at her house, and you could stop by between these hours and just pick it up. What do you think, that's a good idea? To try it, and then if somebody doesn't get it, then we could go to the mail.
Should we keep them there like for a week?
Well, I would give them maybe a little more time.
The problem is, a lot of people will want those festival lists.
I know, but then they'll be motivated to
Oh, that's true.
drive over.
That's
And Lisa's in the central, she's off Minnesota Avenue and 18th, so she's in a good location. So I'd say, yes, Arlene?
Lisa will send them off to Helen, I hope.
Yeah, because she doesn't drive, right?
No, I can drive one. Put your,
Okay.
that's an idea.
Yeah,
You can take Helen's in, Muriel?
Oh, she'd love that.
Okay,
She'd
super.
love that.
That's even better.
But I would say give it a few weeks.
But for sure put a time limit on it, and
Okay.
no more than 2 weeks. If they can't get over there in 2 weeks, there's no need that our members have to have their house open just
Okay,
forever
so then
for
mail it.
somebody to
Between the
stop
hours
by.
of such and such and
Yeah.
such and such. too.
And so the motivated people will get
Well,
over there and get it, right?
My
Is that what
thought
you're-
was, I'm gonna have it open when I teach, because it's open from 3 until
Yeah.
8:30 at night.
That's right. Send
And
it
Yeah,
down.
as
yeah,
long as I
put it
don't
in
have to meet
there.
with them, they'll just come in, it'll
Okay.
be in the foyer where my kids, my students wait, and
Yeah.
So, should we say 2 weeks?
that's fine.
Do you want, and so you can set that wording up and give it to Gia?
Okay.
If you wanna mail that out?
Okay.
Will do.
Okay, good. And then, Linda Lund, had her little benefit. By the way, the pork loin at the Hope Lutheran was fabulous. Oh my gosh, that was so good. And so anyway, she wanted us to pass this on to, Gia brought this. It says, thanks to all of you who attended the fundraiser for me at Hope Lutheran Church on Sunday, September 27th. It was a wonderful turnout and such a blessing to both Dwayne and me. Thank you also for your support, generosity, cards, and prayers. In the last 2 months, I have been reminded what a blessing music is in my life, as I have been able to practice on the organ and piano at a church by the clinic and hospital. It will be wonderful to be home again, hopefully soon. Linda Lund. And she's had to have somebody with her all the time. She lives in an apartment there. And she did come back for this for the weekend. It was her first time back, but I could tell she was getting really tired.
Where is she?
She's in Minnesota, University of Minnesota.
I think she said 3 more weeks.
Yeah, she thought 3 more weeks. So did we put the address out? Yeah?
No,
I don't
have
Yeah.
that. It's a long trip.
Yes.
I thought we had that out when a while back.
A couple months ago.
Yeah, so Phyllis, if you wanted it, I can get it to you, if you'd like to send her a card. I know she appreciates all that. So, that was very nice. And in other new business, Matt, I mentioned this last week, but he has agreed to be the vice president, or as I said this morning, president-elect. So exciting. He doesn't look excited, he's just great anticipation. So, we got 1 down, we got 3 to go. We need the treasurer, we need the secretary, and we need a vice president. And I know many of you have served in these capacities, so we hate to keep recycling, not that you aren't valuable. But at some point this year, we may need to have a discussion about what we want to have this group look like next year and the next year. if we don't have officers, then we're gonna have to say, you know, how are we gonna proceed forward here? What do we need? And I think maybe what worked 20 years ago isn't the same need that we have today. We have a lot of members who are working now and aren't here. So anyway, just be thinking about that, praying about that, and thanking God for Mr. Matt. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, Mary?
May I make an addendum? So I did have it on here. This wasn't intentional that I'm trying to make the treasurer's role be just look like it's nothing. Well, it is kind of easy, so. But I did have the closing balance. Our checking balance is $5,210.87, for those of you who are wanting to know.
Oh, right,
I
but
didn't-
how about the added up the whole thing? Of our, I'm just wondering what.
10-ish.
10-ish.
That'll do.
Okay, so do we have, and John said I called him, he said he was gonna be here by 10, John Walker.
10-ish.
It's 5:02. So do we have anything else to talk about? Nothing else, okay, so should we adjourn the meeting and then don't leave? Walker will be ready to come back at the moment's notice.